guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rachel Engelbarts if you're new here, and I just started this channel a few months ago. This is my creative outlet for all things decor, recipes, crafts with the kids, DIY projects, basically everything that I love. I film, form into a video, and post it on this channel. I also love to film videos about my favorite things, and that's what this video is about. It's all of my favorite October items. I am taking a calculated risk filming this outside because it is way too gorgeous to be inside. We live really close to a lake. I can actually see it over here. And so boats may be going by periodically and you will just get to hear the rumble of a loud powerboat engine. But it's so gorgeous, I think it's worth it. I have compiled a list of my favorite things this past month or so, and I'm really excited to share these with you because they're all things that I love dearly. They're in no particular order, so we're gonna jump right into it, and I will start with item number 1. Number 1, Burt's Bees. This is the actual lipstick Burt's Bees. I also really love it's like a chapstick, but it has color in it. I will link both of my favorite two below. I have been using these products for years and years and years. I do love like a deep red or russet. Is russet the right word? Yeah, actually this one's called Russet River. I love a deep red color, and that's basically the only color that I use. I'm actually gonna put some on right now. But this lipstick I actually lost for a really long time and just came back across it, and it still works great. The actual chapstick with color does have like a cooling sensation, so I enjoy that one too. And you don't really need a mirror to put it on. It just goes on very easily. It has plenty of color. You would think like a tinted chapstick usually doesn't have a whole lot of color, but this one does. The Burt's Bees does. Need I say more? Just kidding. We became a subscriber of First Leaf in June, I think. It was kind of like a random, I saw it advertised and it was like $40 for your first box or something when you get 6 bottles of wine in your box, and I was like, well, what the heck, we'll just try it. We do love trying different wines, and we've recently did a wine tasting with my aunt, and she's very educated on wines and is teaching us how to like appreciate the different flavors in wine a little bit better. And so trying a bunch of different wines is something that we are interested in, and so I went ahead and signed up for the first box. Again, not sponsored, I just really love it. It was $40 for the first box. I actually do have a link that I can share with you that gives you your first month free. Again, this sounds like a sponsorship, it's not. I wish I had used somebody's link and got the first box free, because that would have saved us $40. I think all you pay for is shipping and taxes for your first box. It is a subscription. Obviously you can cancel it at any time, so you could do your first box and then cancel it and not have to pay anything beyond that, but we have kept with it. We do every 2 months for our delivery, and we get 6 bottles of wine every 2 months. And that just allows us to always have an interesting wine in the fridge or on the counter. I have not been disappointed yet. What also is really cool is they send you a bunch of information on each of the wines, where they're from, like information on the winery that they're from, information on the wine itself, what type of wine it is, what grapes they use to make it. It's just really cool. You can also specify on the website whether you want it to be just from the US, if you want it to be just imported, if you want just reds or just whites, which we do 3 of each, 3 reds, 3 whites. We do imported and from the US. You can also put on there if you want more sparkling and rosé type wines. It's really cool. It's called First Leaf. It's been advertised everywhere. It's just a wine subscription thing. So you can check out the link and you'll get $40 off, which makes the first box that you get free. My gosh, I sound like a sponsor. I'm not. I wish we were sponsored by First Leaf. If you know anybody at First Leaf, let them know that we want to work with them. Another item that I want to talk about is same company, the Lebanon Candle Company. I'll leave their link below. I messed it up last time and a few of you guys helped me correct it. So it's LebanonCandle.com. Lebanon is a little town just south of us, candle company that has all kinds of weird, cool flavors or smells of candles. The one I got the other day is called Christmas Tree. I just finished my fall candle, and this one's gonna come out soon because we're gonna be decorating for Christmas soon. This one smells really good. It just smells like a traditional pine candle. So anytime I can support something local, I'll do that. And it's 100% natural soy wax, which I think is better. And it says up to 100 hours of burn time. That's a long time. I hope you don't mind that I take a second to gush on you guys. I'm so happy with this channel. I'm so glad I decided to do this because it's like all of my dreams come true, where I get to do things that I love to do, like cook, I do love to clean, crafts, DIY projects, sharing my favorite things. Like, that's all stuff that I love to do. And you guys have been so supportive and so sweet in the comments, and I just wanted to thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our family. It means the world to us, and you guys are amazing. This is like my little happy place on YouTube. Thank you again for being so awesome to our family. The next thing I want to talk about, and this is something that I've used forever and ever too, is my Kindle. I had the very first, I think it was the very first generation Kindle when it came out back in, gosh, 2009 is when I got it, and eventually upgraded to this bad boy. This is, I don't even know what version this is, but it's probably not the newest anymore because I've had this for probably 3 years. I love my Kindle. I wish I had more time to read it, but I do love being able to, like, as I see a book that I want, just go on my Kindle and order it so that I have it in my library. I can order it wherever I am. I can just that book up, and my credit card is attached to the Kindle account. I just pay for a copy of it, and then I'm able to read it on here. We do share accounts. My mom, my aunt, and I, all three share our Kindle accounts. So anything any of us gets, we all get to share, which is awesome. It is kind of interesting seeing like what books they get, and I'm sure I'm buying books that they don't care anything about, like parenting books. I've bought a handful of those. But I wanted to share with you what I'm reading currently. I'm actually reading 3 different books. One of them is a fiction novel called, I think it's Super Common, or it's like one of the most common book club books, but it's called, and I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, Eleanor Oliphant is Just Fine. Is that what it's called? Oh, Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. That is one that I've only read 18% of it, but I actually started reading it soon after Eloise was born. And when I was putting her down for bed, I would just read that out loud to her. In hindsight, now that I've read part of it, I don't know that that was the best book to choose to read out loud to an infant. There's just some colorful language and some adult material, but there is value to reading to a baby from birth. That's been shown by study after study. And I don't know at that point where they're newborns, I don't know that it's so much looking at pictures and associating words with photos and things like that as much as it is just hearing the English language. So I would just read books that I was interested in to her in the early days. Now she's obviously having more of an opinion about what books we read, and we're doing more interactive books with her. But Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine is one that I'm reading kind of currently. I'm also reading a book called Present Over Perfect, and that is more of like a Bible study type book. It has a whole Bible study that goes along with it. So I'm still slowly making my way through that. And then the third book that I'm reading, it's funny how I have 3 going currently, but it's called Break Free from Anxiety, and it's just one that I'm reading to help learn how to manage my anxiety a little bit better on my own. It's giving me some tools that I can use. So those are the 3 books I'm reading. I can link all of those below, and the Kindle that I use, and the cover for that matter. Brad got me this cover, Kindle cover, for Christmas one year, and I still love it. It's magnetic, so it's just pretty awesome. And I think there's a way that you can like fold it up so that there's probably a way that you can set it up so that the book holds itself up. Actually, it kind of looks like it would. Anyway, I've been walking around in my socks, and I am pretty sure I've been walking on only things that I know were dry, but my socks are now wet. I don't know how that happens. All right, next up on the list of my favorite things this month is a combination of essential oils. I do love to I do love to burn candles, but I also love to diffuse essential oils. And disclaimer, always make sure that the essential oils that you're using are okay for your pets, or make sure your pets are not in the area when you're diffusing essential oils that are not okay for pets. The ones that I am loving right now, and I use different combinations of these to achieve different smells, but they all are very fall-ish, and when you blend them together, they make this really fresh, authentic fall fragrance in your diffuser, and you only have to use a couple of drops of each, maybe even just 1 drop of each in a whole diffuser. So I'm using the orange, cedarwood, cinnamon bark, lemon, and clove bud. I've done a ton of research on essential oils, and I've landed on the Rocky Mountain Oil Company as my favorite. I think they're all pretty good, especially all of the big main ones, but these I just liked how that they were sourced, and I feel like their products are very consistent, and I've really enjoyed this company in particular. So I will link these below. Like I said, There's 5 of them here, so I will link all of these that I'm using a lot this fall below for you so you can check those out. But they are just a very simple and healthy way to make your entire house smell like fall. It's amazing. And a lot of these will also translate into Christmas scents, especially like the cinnamon bark and the clove bud. Wow, the lighting is dramatically changing as the sun goes out behind clouds. This is crazy. So anyway, that is the essential oils that I'm using this October. Another thing I'm loving this October, and I feel like it's sort of associated, somehow Harry Potter gets associated with Halloween, and it's not like in every Halloween or in every Harry Potter movie there's only Halloween. It's like each book is throughout the course of a year, a school year basically. So it's funny how they get associated, but anyway, I have been waiting to pull these books out and read them to my kids. I have, upside down here, the illustrated Harry Potters, and they are beautiful. Highly, highly recommend these. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you need to look into the illustrated versions. They have books 1 through 4 illustrated. I think 1 through 4. Definitely 1 through 3. I think it's 1 through 4 now, because I think I have all 4. But the illustrations inside here are absolutely gorgeous. They're the entire full story, which is amazing when you think about how thick some of those Harry Potter books are, that they can do the whole story illustrated. But I can't speak highly enough about how gorgeous. I'm trying to find, obviously not every page is illustrated, but the ones that are just amazing. So I'm trying to find some more examples to show you here. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. I will definitely link these below. I had one of them sent to us by a sweet subscriber that has been feeling more like a friend slash family member for the last, I don't know, 3 years that we've been on YouTube. And her name is Amy. She lives in Ireland, and she sent me one of them, and so then I had to get them all. And I ended up finding them at our local bookstore. Definitely check your local bookstore. If you can't find them locally, then I will link them below. One thing I did not think I would start doing is wearing a headband. And I love this headband. I found it at, again, our local bookstore. I was getting some gifts for Baron Lindell's and Eloise's friends that were visiting a couple weekends ago for Eloise's birthday party. I stopped into our local bookstore and got like party favors and gifts for them. Their birthday was in September, and so I was just getting a few things for that. And at the checkout they had this this headband that you can wear a bunch of different ways. It's really, really soft, and it's very easily stretched, so it doesn't give me a headache wearing it. I've been wearing it all the time. So if you throw your hair up in a ponytail, this just makes it look more, I don't know, just more put together having a headband on. And so they show you a bunch of different ways that you can wear it. And I will link this company below. It's called naturallife.com, and it just seems like a good company that I can get behind. I'm not usually like a headband kind of girl, but this is maybe changing my mind on that. Okay, another thing that I've been using, gosh, I've been using it for like a year, but I really have started to use it more lately, is the Calm app. I probably have talked about it before, I can't remember, but it is so, so good. I listen to a sleep story every night to help me fall asleep, and it's Matthew McConaughey telling this story about a little girl and her grandpa that are kind of stargazing, and I have not ever got to the end of the story before falling asleep. Maybe a couple of times, but almost every night I'm asleep before the story is even over. For me, the Calm app is worth it just for that. But I'm also starting this 30-day meditation challenge. I've done it before where I probably got through like 12 days of it and then kind of gave up, so I'm starting it over. And the guy who's teaching this course is just really good. He's super laid back. He's very understanding of how meditation is extremely hard in the beginning to like not think and not get on a train of thought that takes you somewhere. I don't know, he's just really awesome to listen to, and I highly recommend it. I will leave that linked below if you want to check out the Calm app. I think it gives you like a 30-day free trial if you use my link. Not sponsored, just really enjoy it, and I think it is extremely beneficial to do some type of meditation every day, and I need to listen to my own advice on that. Next up is Color Street. Oh my gosh, I did this set of nails last Tuesday, and today is Thursday, so a week and 2 days, and there's not even a single chip or crack or peel. They're perfect still. It's amazing, and I'm really hard on my nails. I've used Color Street like maybe twice in my life, and this being the second time, I'm super impressed. So I have a contact that does Color Street. I will leave her info below. It's just a nail that is actual nail polish. It's not like a press on acrylic or anything. It's just like nail polish that you press onto your nail, and then you remove it just with regular nail polish remover like normal. It doesn't damage your nails or anything. It's just a perfect application because you're literally laying on a nail-shaped pad of color. I don't know how else to describe it. So check that out if you're interested in a good way of doing your nails that doesn't involve going to a nail salon every 3 or 4 weeks. And last but not least, ThredUp. I love ThredUp. I have forever. And I buy most of our clothes and the kids' clothes. When I say our clothes, I buy most of my clothes and the kids' clothes because they don't have a men's section yet, which I don't understand. For kids, like especially Eloise's age, they grow out of clothes so quickly, and they're all really good quality. You can even select things that are only new with tags. So it's just a good way of helping the planet by reducing your consumption of clothes, reusing and recycling clothes that other people have used and taken care of and can pass along for somebody else. Just for Halloween, I needed a plain white long sleeve t-shirt for Bear for his costume, and I just got on ThredUp and I found one for like $4. If you need something like that, instead of going to like Old Navy or Walmart where you don't know where those things are being sourced from or where the labor is coming from, get something from ThredUp and help the planet in the process. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. I went on longer than I planned to, so I hope you could gather some good information from this. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this entire video and supporting my channel. It does mean the world to me. If you would like to hit the subscribe button, I would be so happy to have you along for the ride for future videos, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.